Hi guys, Matty B here. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another video. As the title suggests, I'll be talking in this video about imposter syndrome, which you may or may not have heard of because it's not officially recognised in medicine as a mental health illness, condition or disease. It is, however, very common. It's estimated 70% of the general population will experience imposter syndrome at some point in their lives, and this is especially true for your high achievers like your celebrities, sports stars, business people and big bosses in companies. If we start then with looking at what imposter syndrome is, the coin was termed back in 1978 when two psychologists noticed that a lot of their clients, high-achieving women graduating from medical school and working professionals, had a feeling of intellectual phoniness and did not feel worthy of their achievements. So if I read out to you the definition of imposter syndrome: a condition of feeling anxious and an inability to believe that your success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of your own effort or skills. I'm sure at least some of you watching that will resonate with you, and you'll have a feeling of, I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't, this amount of success shouldn't be happening to me, or something like that. And a lot of people feel this way, unfortunately, and that includes myself. I've suffered from imposter syndrome, and to some extent I still do. As you'll know if you've been following my channel, I've got autism. I was diagnosed when I was 6 years old, and having autism means my way of learning, interacting with the world and communicating is different to other people. And growing up, I faced a lot of challenges around expressing myself and trying to fit in. And in school, as a lot of people with autism, ADHD, anything like that with special needs, that they're at an early stage are seen as the problem child, the naughty child, the child acting up, things like that, which happened to me. And I remember vaguely one incident where there was assembly in infant school. I was around about 5-6 years old, and I was playing around. I was rolling around on the floor, having some fun to myself. And I think this had been building up for a while. I think this was just the straw that broke the camel's back. But the teacher lost her head and started shouting at me and saying loads of things. And the main thing I remember her saying is, "You're unteachable. I can't have you in this school. I'm going to have to get you removed from here. I can't take it anymore." Shortly after that then was when I got the diagnosis for the autism. And then growing up through primary and secondary school, I was given some extra provisions through the council, including my education at a private school and travel to and from that school paid for all the way up until my GCSEs and I finished senior school. And looking back, I'm hugely grateful of being given all those provisions, because it meant I was able to get the education I needed to help me get to where I am now. However, on the flip side, it also added on top of that teacher saying I was unteachable, built up this unconscious belief, subconscious belief in my mind that if I get given something, if I have some success, if I achieve something, it's rather than being because of my hard work and my efforts, it's believing that it's because of my condition and people giving me extra provision to help me to fit in and to make me feel more normal. And over the years, this has been my belief, even though I know it's wrong, it's unhelpful and damaging to me. So that's my story, and if we move on then to steps I've taken to manage this imposter syndrome so it's not as severe and I can feel more in control and happier with myself, with my life and with my circumstances. When I was going through therapy, one of the things the therapist suggested is to speak with people you know, friends and family, but also people who may not know you as well. They may know you through work, but they don't know you as well, and to ask them to be honest and to tell you what they think of you. And this was quite an eye-opening experience, having a load of people pretty much saying the same thing, all repeating each other, saying things like, I'm caring, I'm kind, anyone would be lucky to have me in their lives, I'm intelligent, smart, always willing to help, always there for people. Really nice things like that, and that it feel really bad saying this, but really surprised me. I didn't expect people to be so nice and positive when giving their opinion of me. So that really helped to shift my perspective on myself. I also had a look into the statistics on autistic people and how much independence they have in their lives, because I didn't really appreciate how good I've got it in my life. So if I read these statistics out to you, only 9% of autistic people in the UK own their own property. Only 33% of autistic people drive their own car. And only 16% of people with autism have a full-time job, which all of those three I have. So that really puts into perspective how lucky I am and how much I've achieved to get such a independent lifestyle for myself. I also recently wrote a letter to myself, imagining that I was a third person. Imagine like I was like my best friend or something, and I was writing a letter to my best friend, and in the letter, I won't read it out to you, but basically says you've grown up with autism and faced such and such challenges. You've had extra support given to you, saying that I'm sorry that you've had to go through all the issues around your mental health, feeling unworthy, feeling unlovable, and even and saying sorry that you even felt suicidal at one point because you felt that there was nothing and no one to live for. And but then at the end of the letter, I go on to say, may I remind you though of what you've achieved, getting to where you are now. This doesn't happen by accident. You've had to put in a lot of work and effort to get to where you are. Don't ever forget where you've come from, how far you've come, and always be grateful for what you have. Make sure you keep good people in your life to keep reminding you how amazing you are, how unique you are. You can never be replaced. And finishing on a really positive note like that, and reading that back to myself, reminds me of exactly that I am unique. I can't be replaced. If I did go on to take my own life, it's not just me that would be affected. There's loads of other people as well. There's a great video on YouTube from Dr. Cuddy, titled Could Your Body Language Determine Who You Are? Really good video where she talks about imposter syndrome, and they do experiments on people in a controlled environment to make them do different types of body language, and they found that it directly influences how they feel about themselves and how confident they are. Highly recommend you check out that video, whether you've got imposter syndrome or not. It's a very informative video. Guarantee you'll learn something from it. I'll put the link in the description to that video, so you can check that out. I'll also put some links to websites you can go to if you think you may have imposter syndrome. You can read up more about it, find out why you may be feeling that way and what you can do to help yourself and manage your imposter syndrome better. Hope you found this video helpful and informative. You guys all stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch you on the next video.